I kind of see Kevin as a royal.
Royal?
Yeah.
Purple?
Yeah, you don't know purple's royalty? For royalty?
No.
Huh. Back in the day, at least, purple was royalty, and they would wear these big purple things, and it looked like it was rye bread seeds in their jackets. So,
I guess.
you're a couple years younger than me, though, so.
I know.
It's probably a different generation, like at the cusp.
Yeah, you were pre-Columbine and I was post-Columbine.
You always look at things based off tragedy.
I mean, we were living in tragic times.
Yeah, but there's also innovation. You know, when I was born I think it was the year that Independence Day came out. One of the next things I'd like to get as far as equipment is concerned
Is a monitor?
Yeah. It'd be cool. Cool to have it right there. And while people are talking, I could be like, oh, we're out of focus, out of frame, or oh, in focus, in frame, camera's still rolling.
Because you also don't even need to do a wired connection. You can get little teardecks.
Great. Don't need it today because we got some camera people. Hello.
Sound?
Cool. Strong open. Royalty.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, it's 12:30. He was scheduled to be here at 12:30. I'm confident enough of that generation. Yep, there he is. That I was about to walk out anyway.
Wow.
Kevin, I'm going to walk out and meet you.
Hey, boss, I parked out front. Is that okay?
Just put on the windshield, I'm Kevin Nealon, and you could park on the fucking roof.
Oh, I actually see a place closer now. Okay.
Oh, so a lot of times he doesn't put his microphone by him because he's doing bits and stuff. So just make sure you get his sound if the mic isn't over there. Brilliant.
What's up, JonMichael? How you doing, player?
Hi, Hogan.
Hi, Kevin.
Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You do impressions of Elvis now?
I've always done impressions of Elvis. I didn't know you had rats in this place.
Okay.
Is there a cushion I can sit on?
You got one for your back, one for your butt.
Love it, man. I'm gonna take one more for the butt for the.
Wait, no. I'm gonna go get you one from upstairs.
Okay, here we go, man. And so it begins. Here's the thing. I don't remember his first name. Rick. Rick is a good guy, but I don't think he knows whether to be goofy or serious. You know? And I feel for him. And obviously he needs approval. Otherwise, why have a podcast with so many people fishing for compliments? Anyway, I'll play along with him. See what happens.
He must have gotten rid of them. One moment.
What do you need?
Just more insect.
He's so frazzled. Thank God he's got a dog. If that is a dog.
Could you put your phone? Yes. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Brent?
Roof.
Download the app today and use promo code TYSO to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code
TYSO.
Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Ooh, money. I'm going to make some picks right now.
Screen record. I want people to see what you're doing. We'll show you later. This episode is sponsored by Proton VPN. Do you use VPNs ever?
Honestly, I want to hear about this one because I downloaded one a while ago that isn't this, and I had problems with it.
I use it all the time. I'm also
Really?
somebody that shreds my mail. I'm a little paranoid with stuff. I don't go on public Wi-Fi. I'll talk to you about it in a little bit. But let me tell you this. Right now, Proton VPN is offering our listeners 70% off a 2-year plan when you go to protonvpn.com/TYSO. That's protonvpn.com/TYSO. This episode is sponsored by Function Health.
Timber. You're all right.
If you are interested in analytics like I am, you're going to want to get your blood taken and you're going to want to look at a lot of different biomarkers. And it can be confusing to know what to get checked. That's why I like Function Health. It's actually why I reached out to Function Health to see if they'd be willing to sponsor the podcast. Check your health the way I do. Function provides 160 plus lab tests for $1 a day and member pricing on MRI and CT scans. Join at functionhealth.com/TYSO and use gift code TYSO25 for a $25 credit toward your membership. This episode isn't only sponsored by my new merch, Boy Are My Arms Tired.
Nice.
But also, I want to tell you guys that Ricky is on the loose. I'm getting ready to film my special. I'm going all over the place. I'm going to tell you in order starting in June, Washington, D.C. July, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio, as well as Montreal for the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. August, I'm making my EU UK tour, Edinburgh, 5 shows. Tickets now online, followed by Amsterdam, Dublin, and then 6 shows in London. September, I'll be in Portland, Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, and Philadelphia, PA. October, Houston, Texas, Tacoma, Washington, and November, Salt Lake City, baby. If you want to come, go to rickglassman.com. And if you want to come hard, go to rickglassman.com and send me a message. But also, I'm adding more cities. If you want to find out when I'm coming within 50 miles of your city, sign up for my email list. I don't spam you. In fact, I should probably be emailing more, but I'll let you know when I have new shows coming up. And if I'm coming to your city, that's rickglassman.com/tour. Link is in the description. I'll see you on the road, baby.
Nice.
Are you putting a blanket over that so that I don't sit on my butt?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I don't come into your house and smack the dick out of your mouth.
You have before.
Oh, this is more like it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be sagged.
Well, it's the only union we have
nice,
right now for actors. Back to me.
Here we go again. Back to me.
I like your shirt. Very
Thank
royal.
you. It is royal. Purple is a royal color.
McCone didn't know that.
You didn't? Huh. Well, that's true. Hey,
this will work
Rick,
well.
would you remind me to bring my glasses with me so I don't leave? And
You're saying remind you to take the glasses.
yeah, and also my car keys. I don't want to go home without the car keys.
How would you even get the car going?
How much you want for this dog right now?
There isn't a number.
No, seriously, 500. Let's start at 5. I'll go to 7, but let's start at 5. That's the worst negotiator in the world. Let's start at 5. I'll only go to 7. All right, 5. Are these cameras always set up in your house?
Only when I'm podcasting or if I have a beautiful woman over
Oh, nice.
to podcast with.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing, man. You're not fooling me. He's going to get a hat. Rick, how excited are you about today?
Real excited, dude. I got my new hat.
You got royalty hat?
Yeah. Do you want something to drink?
I would like, I have the water, yeah.
No.
$800 for the dog.
No, dude.
What did you buy him for?
He's my best friend. A lot of people ask me if he rescued me or I rescued him, but the truth is, I rescued him. Interesting power play.
I'm happy to see you.
I feel like I'm looking up at you. I have been ever since Hans and Franz.
Do you know that the talk shows are like that? The chair is always higher for the host, and the guest sits down lower. In fact, Andy Kaufman, you might, because you're an Andy Kaufman fan, do you remember that show he had where he sat on a really high desk, like a judge's pulpit, and the guest was down below?
The only thing I know him from is Taxi.
I thought you were an Andy Kaufman fan.
No, people just compare me. I actually found out about who he was because people said I was kind of like him. Not that I'm as talented or as wonderful. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying. People are like, oh, you're like Andy Kaufman.
No, it's just poor judgment. That's all. Because his was really poor judgment at times.
It's also how I found out about Dane Cook. A lot of people in college, they said to me, when I was visiting college when I was 8, they said to me, you sound like Dane Cook. So I'm like, who is this Dane Cook guy? Want me to get you a bigger shirt?
I think I'm good for now.
Maybe you'll need a bigger shirt when you get full off of all the bullshit I'm probably going to be feeding you. Thanks for coming over again.
I'm flattered that you'd have me come back. After I left last time, I thought, well, he'll never have me back again.
I want you
I'm
as a
sorry. I
co-host.
said I'm never coming back again.
Oh,
That's what it was.
complete opposite. Yeah, I've told you I want you to be a co-host on this. Just sitting right there.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not there, but like
Behind the curtain.
it'd be nice. Just on a drum kit that you never use on the balcony.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
For you.
Do you think that we became really close when you came on my podcast or before or after? And I look at us as really close. So based on my definition.
In your eyes, I see a lot of respect for me. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. I also see someone reckless. And I see someone who enjoys life, actually, but is walking on a really fragile fence between total mental breakdown and a good life. And that's up to you which way you're going to fall. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm on the fence, a fragile one.
Very fragile fence.
And I'm going to fall off the fence. And on one side of the fence is
a mental
breakdown.
incapacity.
And the other side of the fence is
a good life.
Now, question for you. That being the case, in this analogy, the fence being fragile is important. Why?
The fence being fragile?
Yeah.
Because that's life for you.
But
you're walking, I would say you're walking on eggshells, but that's been used already. So I like a fragile fence.
But the life exists on both sides of that fence. So if the fence breaks, that would actually allow me to be able to go in and out, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because then you could learn and evolve.
No, once the fence breaks, your world breaks because then the manic and the mental illness swings into the real life. And
but isn't that what life is?
I'm done with you.
Just a mishmash soup of.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I was born a poor black.
It was never easy for me. I was born a poor black child.
No.
The jerk.
Do you remember I left in the thing on the hike, or I couldn't say between two hammocks?
I wasn't editing it out. I was swiping to people who were too young to know the reference.
You said that'll cut it. Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was
I
swiping
thought
to
you
the
were
jerk.
like you're going to cut it.
No.
McComb? What do you think? Is it McComb or McCone? McCone, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. If he speaks, then we have to pay him more. You're in SAG, even though you hate it.
I just don't want to be sagged. Well, it's the only union we have right now for actors. Back to me.
Oh, that's what you did.
Yeah. Do you think I'm one of the most promising up-and-comer comics? Like a young comic that's like, wow, this guy, there's something special
You're
about him.
one of them, and there's thousands of them. No, I think you're very good. I told you that. I don't enjoy watching a lot of comics, but I enjoy watching you because I do think you're not a train wreck, but you're like one of those, know those little trains with you had to pump them to get going?
Yeah.
And there's two guys on them usually?
I was just talking about this.
That's
Was I talking about it with you?
No.
On the train track? I think when we did the Patreon episode with all of us.
That's the train wreck I'm talking about. So you're not going that fast. But I do like watching you because you are unpredictable in certain ways. And then other ways, I know what's coming up. And it's fun to anticipate and watch it. Do you know what I mean?
If you wanted to get tickets for my show, where would you go?
Probably a convenience store.
Okay. You go to rickglassman.com. And if you want to find out when I'm coming near your city, go to rickglassman.com/tour and sign up for my email list. I'll let you know
and
if
by
I'm
the
coming
way,
within
if you want to
50
come
miles
see
of
me,
your city.
kevinnealon.com, you can just check me out there, or you go on YouTube and you can watch my hiking show that Rick's been on before. I have a special out called Loosen the Crotch. That's on YouTube, 800-Pound Gorilla. And I'm an Oscar-nominated executive producer. Go ahead.
Well, what did you? Oh, the documentary.
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Did you get a certificate?
Yes, but not for that. High school.
Do you want another pillow? How do you feel?
I could use one on my back. No, this is okay. This is fine. But I may go to sleep.
Why?
Because I'm tilted back a little bit. This
so
is
let
like
me get you another pillow.
This is like when you think you're upright and the flight attendant comes down the aisle and she goes, "Sir, put your chair up for the landing." You'll notice a lot of my references today about airlines because I fly a lot.
Yeah, as do a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
And boy, are our laughs tired because we would like a new topic.
Excuse me. McCone, when will we arrive in Los Angeles? Oh, we're here already.
Do you ever, when they tell you to put the seat up, are you ever annoyed? You go, what's the point of this? It's not going to do anything to play. What's the point of this?
No.
You ever hear people that do that?
No.
What's the point? I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
Here's why I don't hear it. I fly private.
Do you? And they still make you do that?
Yeah.
They don't make you do that on private.
That's my parents. So they're really picky.
Oh, you fly private with your parents and they make you do that. Do they just go with you to all your shows?
I don't know why I laugh at you so much, and it is at you. I don't know what it is. It's just you're so lost. I think I don't know what it is, but I think that's why girls are attracted to you, and you get the pretty actresses come in here because.
Say that again.
I think that's why you get the pretty girls coming in here because they feel like they need to take care of you. Is that true?
Oh,
McCone?
A little bit.
Yeah. Are you all right? Let me get a pretty actress to come in and help you.
first base.
God, I'm on fire today. I got to tell you.
You always are, dude.
I had a good night's sleep last night. Where do you sleep?
Usually
Sleep in the dog bed?
Well, yeah, technically.
When you
This is where
travel,
my dog sleeps.
when you travel, like when you do a gig, I'm serious now. Let's say your flight's at 7 o'clock.
It won't be.
So I make it like easy for the math. All right, let's say it's at 12 o'clock noon.
Great.
What time will you head to the airport from here?
If the flight is at noon, I want to arrive at the airport at 11.
Okay.
So I'll check
It takes
traffic.
about 35 minutes from here? 40?
At 10:30, it'll take about, at 10:20, it'll take about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
So you leave at 10:20.
I'll leave at 10:20.
See, I leave at 2 hours before boarding. So I get there. I can relax.
What time will you get to do you want to get to the airport at a noon?
A noon
takeoff?
flight? I want to get there maybe an hour before boarding so I can go to the lounge.
So you'll want to get there at 10:30, a half hour before me.
If it's a noon flight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of time there.
I know. You're hanging out in the lounge. I don't need to. I'd rather be home. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that I oftentimes will show up to the airport, go through security, let my dog go to the bathroom again. I'll pick up a couple of bottles of water, maybe some dried mango, maybe some grass-fed beef jerky. And I will walk up to my gate and we'll start boarding within 5-10 minutes usually. And if I'm late,
Do you belong to the lounges?
I have an Amex, so it gives me
Delta.
access to some,
Delta.
but I don't really go in them. The food, I don't eat the food.
I'm telling you, it's the best thing. I'm trying to make my life more comfortable traveling because I travel a lot. So I will do, the black Ubers. I will do a lounge. I will do first class. I will do a 5-star hotel. I will end up with no money, but at least the traveling is comfortable.
Dude, we're the same, except for I don't mind a white driver.
My God.
I don't. But other than that, I talk about this on the podcast. I travel as if I'm a more successful comedian. I don't break even, but I really don't make much money on the road because I spend it all on feeling comfortable traveling.
Is your goal to make enough money this year to make your celebrity net worth accurate?
Oh, I don't think I could do that.
That's too much.
I'd have to throw a lot of money away
Ooh.
because they're under guessing.
Do you worry about money?
It's still in me because I've done it. I've done it enough. But I feel confident in I've been saving. So do I worry about it? Maybe.
It's always on your mind though, isn't it?
No.
It's not?
You know what? No. I will say this, and I've talked about this on the podcast, in the past couple of years, it's the first time that I've been motivated as my career. I've always wanted to make money, but I was never motivated by it. In the past couple of years, I'm like, I want to start making money.
Before it's too late.
Maybe. Also, the dog, the fact that I want to just let him outside, and every time I go outside, I have to basically pack and then bring him outside and come in and clean his feet and blah, 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 blah. I want to have a yard, and to have a yard, I want to have a nice house. I'm like, okay, I'm almost 30. I would like to make real money.
Yeah.
But I've always been driven by play. I'm being serious. That's why I love you so much.
It's like a good time.
Yeah. Are you really falling asleep right now?
No. Do I look like it?
Just for a second, you did a thing.
Well, no, I do that because I'm getting those sags on my eyes. The eyelids start falling down.
Screen Actors Guild?
Yeah. So now they're open.
Yes.
Whenever I come out on stage, before stage, some people have their own warm-ups. I do this. So when I come out, the
Does
eyes
that
open.
really do something? Because of
It holds for maybe 8 seconds. And then it starts going back down again. But, and I had both my eyes replaced.
will you go like this? So the microphone isn't blocking your face as much. I was thinking about it, and now there's a pause. You had both eyes replaced. How old were you when you had them done?
17.
Jesus.
Well, when I won at 17. Now, when I say replaced, I mean repaired.
Oh,
And not the eye. I mean the chin. The whole chin area.
but why? What do you mean both?
Both chins? Because I had a dimple here. So a cleft. I'm sorry. The cleft is for the mouth.
I think this is a cleft. It's a cleft chin.
Yeah, cleft. So that's
You're
two
obviously not a
chins.
musician.
I am a musician, actually. You play the guitar. I see that you have the guitar here.
I know how to play the guitar a little bit. I'm more of a penis.
You're a penis?
I'm a penis.
Classical or
No.
traditional?
Just a big fat fucking penis. I like to play Disney songs and movie scores.
On the penis?
Yeah.
Oh, is it a Hammond? No, is it a Steinway? Do you think you could be a child prodigy of anything and not know it? You know, like you never had a piano and you could have been a child prodigy if you just played on it.
I think there were things that I was a child prodigy at, and now I'm just a regular prodigy, and I knew it. There might have been more.
You're like an adult prodigy? Is that possible?
It's harder to be an adult prodigy because the bar is low when you're a kid. Like you see an 8-year-old playing the drums. It's like, holy shit, but like that dude will never be in Smash Mouth. But then you get older and it's like, there's a lot of, or like there's a line that I say from a movie that is part of the world that you're from, where the guy goes to a musical concert and he doesn't have his badge. And he goes, let me in, my girlfriend's in there. And he goes, a lot of people's girlfriends are in there. You might have even been in that movie. I don't even remember, but do you know the movie?
Is it, don't tell me, is it the Cameron Crowe one?
I don't think so.
Famous.
Almost Famous?
No, Wayne's World.
Haven't seen that yet.
Is that?
They were shooting at the same time in the same lot where I was shooting a movie called All I Want for Christmas.
I don't know if I've seen that yet.
Yet. It's been a long time for it yet.
It's your joke, my friend.
Really?
That's what you said about Wayne's World.
Oh.
You just said that.
I don't listen to what I say.
Yeah, neither do they. But were you in Wayne's? Were you ever in a Wayne's World?
No, never.
That sucks.
Doesn't.
Did you and Mike Myers ever overlap?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I overlap with a lot of those guys. Chris Farley.
Yeah, well, Chris Farley was the guy who said a lot of people's girlfriends are in there.
Yeah. David Spade. Chris Farley, Chris Rock.
Those are the main two.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was on. A lot of people don't know this. Did you know this? Tom Cruise was a cast member on SNL for two episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Before Mission Impossible.
And he only got like one short film on, and then he kind of didn't feel like there's a lot of growth for him, so he left.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
I saw him once when he was married to Nicole Kidman. He was out by the receptionist desk with a LA baseball cap on or something. He's really nice, really friendly.
Nicole Kidman's legacy is now the AMC chick. And
my son knows that one by heart. They reduced it a little bit though. It's not so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's syndication. You got to get more commercials in.
Is that right?
Was there a new law being passed? And no, Tom Cruise was never in SNL. Isn't there a new law being passed, or in California at least, that movie times have to tell you the time, like maybe not the movie starts, but they have to tell you the time the trailers start because they can't tell you the times because there's like 15 minutes of commercials now.
At least trailers. There's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes of trailers, and there's a couple of commercials. And then there's Nicole Kidman comes out.
Yeah. So here's an interesting fact about me. I love movie trailers.
And then let's talk about me a little bit after we finish talking about you.
Sure. I love movie trailers. And when I go to the movies, I want to watch the trailers.
Me too.
However, when I'm at home or if I'm not at the movies, I try not to watch a trailer if I've already decided I want to see that movie.
Oh, beforehand.
Yeah.
They give away a lot in those. They give away a lot. I saw a couple of really good movies recently. I go with my son.
Potential spoiler alert.
I saw Oddity. Did you see that?
The Odyssey?
Oddity. It's a scary movie. It's, a thriller. And then I saw just recently, Obsession. That was really good. You would like that.
I get scared. It's on its way. Maybe by the time this airs, it will have already to be the fourth movie ever to have a budget of under $1 million and to gross $100 million in the box office.
Do you like hearing that?
That's so awesome. What do you mean?
I mean, some people go, well, some people will say I don't like hearing that because they got so lucky and they made a lot of money just from that little money. And basically, I'm the one that gets upset about that.
Gotcha. No, I think
No.
I think as independent creators and original content is concerned, the more they succeed, the more us in the industry does.
It's motivating, It's inspiring.
That's why I asked you to come on the podcast. I'm like, I could probably do something out of nothing.
Oh my God.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
I feel a connection.
I don't know if you're joking, but I do. I love you.
Between you and Makan, I'm talking about.
Oh,
You're a camera guy.
yeah. Oh, I wasn't sure who you were talking about, but now
No,
I know.
I
he's
am
a
talking
camera
about
guy.
you. How old are you?
29.
So you could be my son easily.
Oh, I can't.
It's too
You
late.
can't just reverse engineer someone being your father unless adoption.
Do you think there's anybody that might be your child that you didn't know about?
I've never come inside a woman.
I'm not talking about a woman.
Oh. Also, and nobody believes that. They used to call me Rick comes inside women Glassman before I even have had sex. So I don't know.
I
why
bet you're not OCD, are you?
Yes.
Oh, for a lot of different things.
Well,
Are you putting a blanket over that so that I don't sit with my butt? Yeah.
But what about food? What about food?
it's funny that you bring that up because I have been having food getting stuck in my teeth a lot more over the past couple months. And I did have a cavity filled. That can't be it because the cavity was filled here and the stuff that gets stuck in my teeth is everywhere.
I notice teeth, a lot of people, your teeth are amazing. They have character. They're not all perfectly straight, but they're white and they're healthy looking. Let me see your gums.
So you in other words, you wouldn't let them drive you to the airport.
Okay, yeah, the lower teeth, you have like incisors on the bottom instead of on the top. And it's almost like a werewolf. They're not as good as I thought they were originally.
Werewolves?
No, the teeth.
Oh. My top row is really straight. I never had orthodonture. My top row, which is a word I learned from Jason Alexander recently. I heard him say orthodonture, which I believe is probably just the British way of saying orthodontics.
Did you go on his podcast or did you come here?
I went on his podcast and they're coming on. They're going to come on mine now. I'm very excited. Did I tell you about that?
No, that's
I met them and I got to tell you something. I think that we hit it off, and I think they're coming on Take Your Shoes Off. Yeah. Have you been on theirs?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I knew that. I watched a little of yours and I watched the Weird Al one. I watched more of the Weird Al one.
Weird Al.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
down
I'm
on
sorry,
his
Al.
Al.
What's his name? His real name?
Who?
Weird Al?
He doesn't have a podcast.
No, he was a guest on Jason Alexander's.
Yeah.
Really, not really.
Al Yankovic.
Yeah, but isn't there another name?
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, but his real name, I thought
It's Al.
I thought it was Al, but then I thought I heard somebody call him something different.
You calling the cops?
What is Weird Al Yankovic's real name? Alfred. That's what I thought.
Yeah, nobody just has Al as a name. Like Albert Brooks.
Yeah.
He likes to be called Albert.
You're friends with Al Brooks, huh?
Albert Brooks.
You guys buddies?
Yeah. Funny dude. It's funny, you grew up watching Friends probably, right?
I didn't. No. I like the show.
Okay,
but
so you
no,
knew who Jason Alexander was.
Of course.
Okay, so you like the show. Did you ever imagine that he would be in your house and you doing a podcast with him?
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that you would be in a fist fight with him in your house?
No.
Well, let's see what happens. It's like with Albert Brooks. I love, I grew up listening to him and watching him and loving him. He's influenced me a lot. And now here I am, we're good buddies.
If Jason Alexander and I get in a fist fight in here, I want to use this as the cold open to that episode. Albert Brooks is...
I love this dog.
I know. When I watch his documentary,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of people see this. This isn't about me being talented. I'm just telling you my own personal thing. I connected a lot to the way his mind worked, and I saw a lot of myself in him without him being an influence
Neuroses.
for me. More than that, just the way he would change stuff up all the time, and he would he would rather perform something that he was unprepared, hadn't practiced, because being present was more important to him than being what other people would refer to as prepared, because you are prepared to be that. And there was just lots of choices he made, even stuff as a kid. And because I feel you and I are on such a similar frequency, and I felt that way before you even knew who I was. I think I told you this last time, but we met in the main room, green room, and we were doing bits. And I remember thinking to myself, and like feeling confident about myself, like, Kevin has no idea he's going to love me. I really thought you're going to like me and you don't even know it yet.
I remember that. I remember you were pushing it a little bit too hard.
You don't remember it. I know you don't remember because I talked to you about it soon
I do
thereafter.
remember because you were standing there and I knew you were tall. I said, this guy, I don't know who he is, but he's tall.
I was sitting the whole time.
No, you weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Would you come in a wheelchair?
No, I was in there. I came in, I sat down, and then you left.
Exactly.
This episode is sponsored by Function Health. I had health insurance through the Screen Actors Guild, as I'm sure you did, or maybe do now because of your work with Bad Monkey. Congratulations on the Vince Vaughn
Coming
show.
out, to be determined, TBD. Go ahead.
So this isn't just for people without insurance. I actually have insurance now and I'm using this. But I am somebody that when I go to the doctor, I ask a lot of questions. I ask if they'll check certain stuff. Depending on your doctor, they'll be like, we don't need to check that. We don't need to check that. And I'm very curious with, you're already taking my blood, check these levels. For example, almost everybody has low vitamin D, but a lot of people don't know that because they don't get that checked. Get your blood checked. Get a physical. Get your STD checks. There are so many things that Function Health does. I actually asked them to advertise on the podcast. I wanted to give them a try. And once I signed up for it, I saw there's some add-ons that you could do to check for lots of different things. When was the last time you had a physical?
Been a while.
I'd like to get you on Function Health. Would you be open to it?
Sure.
I really, really like this place. Check your health the way I do. Function provides 160 plus lab tests for $1 a day and member pricing on MRI and CT scans. Join at functionhealth.com/TYSO and use gift code TYSO25 for a $25 credit toward your membership. I'd like for you to do it.
Okay.
This episode is sponsored by Proton VPN. I am a big user, love a VPN. I use a VPN for a fair amount of reasons. I use a VPN whenever I'm not in the house and sometimes in the house. Definitely if I'm ever on a public Wi-Fi.
Because you don't want people to get into your stuff?
Yeah. Ever notice how the second you Google something, suddenly every ad you see is about it?
Wait a minute. If I use a VPN, I could stop getting all those way too coincidental ads?
I'm not sure how everything is tracked and used, but I understand using a VPN helps with lots of things. That one is actually news to me, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
With Proton VPN, it's easy to change your virtual location so you can access sites and content you need, whether that's something from like Netflix from another country.
Yeah, Netflix from another country happens all the time.
Or if you're on the road and you want to masturbate and you're someplace where maybe masturbating is frowned upon.
Yeah. Texas?
Unlike most VPNs, Proton is backed by strong European privacy laws and years of expertise creating a safer, faster, and more open internet for everybody. It's easy to get started right now. Proton VPN is offering our listeners 70% off a 2-year plan when you go to protonvpn.com/TYSO. That's protonvpn.com/TYSO for 70% off your 2-year plan. That's protonvpn.com/TYSO. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Brent, are you trying to make picks and win money?
That's right, buddy. I'm looking at the Stanley Cup, Game 6, Hurricanes, Golden Knights. See, usually numbers and things like this would make me panicky.
Why? Because there's 48 teams, 104 games, 39 days, one nation, underdog.
They make it really easy for people like me, the visual learners of society. So if you scroll down, they got popular picks with the faces of the people. This is how I place a lot of my picks, honestly. I scroll through, like right here, Jay Stahl. You can tell that he gets hit in the head a lot. Hammer jaws are usually a little lighter in the brain area, but bronzier in the muscle area. So I assume
Download the app today and use promo code TYSO to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code TYSO.
So I'm going to click higher on that, higher than 1.5 shots on goal, because I have a feeling this guy's an aggro man. Now, next to him, the goalie, Chris Hart. If you take a look at that face, I mean, we're talking CW in the 90s teen drama face. And he's supposed to save goals.
Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in states where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 800-NEXT-STEP. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 639-8783 or text NEXT-STEP 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line, 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
All right, now we're scrolling down. There's B. Bosse or B. Bussy. The problem is his jersey doesn't even fit in the photo. It's like a Disney kid. So I'm going to go with higher on the saves. Oh, and then right here, just to end it, Matt Stone. Receded hairline. Definitely betting on him. All right, putting it in. So there you go.
Whatever, dude. Do you feel, because I feel a similar frequency to Albert Brooks that I didn't even realize him as an actor, but as a live performer, I do. And I feel a connection frequency with you. Do you two have that? Do you feel that way with him?
Oh yeah.
Could you explain it?
He's one of my idols, and he really influenced me a lot. Him, Andy Kaufman, and Steve Martin were my influences. But yeah.
Could you give any specifics of things that you remember that you noticed, either noticing yourself that you're like, maybe that's from this person?
Well, there's a lot that are not specific, but overall influence.
I would love to hear.
Attitude.
Explain the attitude, because I feel like I could. I want to hear you do it. I'm serious, because you have an attitude, but it's a friendly bully.
I know it's not a bully. I think it's a friendly. My comedy sneaks up on you, I've been told. Do you ever ChatGPT what your stand-up is about?
ChatGPT doesn't like what I do, so I try not to.
Well, mine is a little misdirection. I like misdirection. I like storytelling. I like I said, a lot of people say my material sneaks up on them.
Because they don't laugh until maybe, they probably laughed after later and you just didn't see.
Yeah, but not at me, or somebody else. Yeah, so that's pretty much, what, and I like they're unique and they take risks, like Steve Martin, Albert Brooks. I love the time Albert Brooks went on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and he had I think he was in his boxer shorts. And he goes, Johnny, I got all this stack of clothes. These are all my clothes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them all up in the air and they're all land on me in the right place and I'll be fully clothed. He goes, now it doesn't always work. I just want you to know that.
So does he just do it a few times?
One time they went all over the place. I go, okay. Like I said, it doesn't always work.
Uh-huh. Wow. You worked with, and you grew up around a lot of really funny people.
I was really lucky. I was there at the time. It was a different time. I mean, everybody's lucky to be in this business, but there's some people now that are in it, like you, when there's social media, and there's a lot of better ways to get yourself out there. When I was starting, it was just talk shows, Tonight Show specifically, only one. And so you would work out in the clubs, and if you did the Tonight Show, everybody, be like at the Improv, they'd all be in the bar watching the TV in the first set, and it'd be quiet, it'd be silent. And then at the end, they would all applaud or whatever, So to be in that world where there's always comics hanging out, and then there's people going on stage like Robin Williams and Andy Kaufman and Richard Lewis, Jay Leno, all these like huge comics. It was just, I was really lucky. I got to talk to them and watch them. I would watch their acts. I knew exactly when they would take a breath or when they do a fake, little gas, burp before they said the punchline. They get a little.
Was that a thing? Oh, you're saying for the pause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had never noticed people taking like a burp or something, but I know the pause you're talking about.
Yeah.
That pause was big for like 20 years. A lot of Ellen's early stand-up. I remember I first noticed that people did that when I saw Ellen. She would go, I don't remember like what it was. Yeah, so Kevin, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember. There was always a pause.
Well, yeah, there's got to be a pause. I mean, everybody has their own little idiosyncrasies. I'll look at a comic do his act over and over, and he always laughs in a certain role, or she laughs as if she's thought about it for the first time.
I find it very distracting.
But it works because it's an act. It's not real.
But there is and the act is important. It's important to have an act. I think there's a fine line between having an act and that act cannibalizing authenticity. And when you're fake laughing, what else are you faking? I understand it's a performance, but when somebody fake laughs, I'm like, now I'm questioning whenever they laugh. Like, why are you selling me? That's just my own thing. But I feel like they're selling, and that is what we're doing. We're selling a performance. Selling a performance. Yeah. But there are some things that I think are okay to sell, my own judgments, and some things I'm like, if you didn't laugh, are you laughing because you want the audience to think that you think it's funny, or are you laughing because you want the audience to think it's funny? And if it's the latter.
No, I'm visualizing what that is. If it's the latter, then that's part of the act. You want them to laugh. It's like a laugh track for them.
Yeah, and that to me is not.
Isn't that part of selling the joke though?
it's a way of selling the joke if the joke didn't sell itself. And
So when there's a TV show, a sitcom,
different.
and it's different.
It's different.
But they're acting. It's still an act.
But what you're
There's
selling.
two different kinds of comedians, or there's many kinds. But there's the one that is riffs right off, riffs, and all the laughs are genuine. And then there's the comics that have the act, which is most of them, and they'll do their little movements, or they'll do. But I was talking to Brian Regan,
Dude.
and Brian Regan, he told me, he goes, anything you see me do on stage, it's planned.
I believe that.
There's nothing that's spontaneous. If I spill a glass of water off the thing, that was planned.
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't see him laughing at himself. It's specific to that. Spilling the water, doing the thing, you're blocking. But laughing is to me, you're lying to them. You don't really think it's funny unless there's an intention. If there's an intention from laughing because you're trying to make them think you think something's funny when it isn't, or for something for later. But if you're just doing it to make people think, I'm having a good time, I don't care if you guys aren't. I don't know. I'm a little judgmental toward it.
Do you ever say something to somebody where, you want it to be funny and maybe you offended them? So you give a little laugh at the end, like to let them know it's like an emoji. You put a little laugh emoji
Yes,
after
that's intentional. I respect that. But that isn't, I'm not
So let me understand this. You respect emojis.
Yeah, I see the utility with them. I do. But like laughing, like what you did just then was a laugh, did you think what was just said was funny?
Not at all.
Right. You were just letting me know that you weren't being
No, I did.
threatening.
I thought it was funny. And I'm showing you that I thought it was funny because I have good taste. And it wasn't like anything pretentious. It was just,
I get it.
right there. And when I see a comic do that for the first time, it sells me. And I go, he's having a good time up there.
Okay.
So can you smile?
You could laugh.
I thought you said that's hacky.
Well, one thing I do want to work on is not demanding that my perspective is the right one. So
Yes.
I want to acknowledge that. And just to clarify, laughing isn't an issue. It's laughing, making people think that you think something's funny by laughing, even when you're not really laughing honestly, just to manipulate them into thinking it's funny. For example, hey, Kevin, have you noticed Alvin is sitting there pooping on the couch? I was fucking around.
That's a real, that is a genuine, we're connecting. Isn't that funny how that happened?
But I wasn't really laughing. I was only laughing to make you think that I thought it was funny.
But if we go on forever with this, you talk about manipulating people with a laugh. You're manipulating people with your material. You know it's fake. You're doing it anyway.
I don't think it's fake.
I've seen you perform.
Buddy, I've talked about this in non-joking conversation. I really believe that the first rule of this is honesty. And it doesn't mean everything you say has to be true in the world, but it has to be a truth in your mind, something you actually visualized, thought, think. There has to be honesty
Then do
to
you
it.
do a different act every time you get on stage?
For the first 15 years, I would almost do a different act every single time, and it got in my way. Really, I would almost always.
But it was basic material. You're doing the same basic material.
I would have different premises. That's why I connected a lot with Albert Brooks stuff, where I would do.
What,
I would
are
do
you
some- no, I
tired?
would do stuff
Are
where
you
I was
bored?
like falling asleep throughout the act.
Yeah.
Sorry, and I wouldn't even have jokes about it. I would just it would
You were
happen
manipulating
gradually.
the audience to make them think that you were sleeping.
Because in
and
my
tired.
head, I truly believe that's a funny thing to make people believe. If I want to play a character, I could play it, but I don't believe people who laugh at their jokes when they don't think is funny is them playing a character. I judgmentally think there's a bit of an insecurity that if they don't do that, the audience won't think it's funny or won't trust them.
Well, can they
then change
act
your
out-
material?
Can they act out things with their hands? Or will that be more like,
I don't-
hey,
We can move on. I don't think you either don't get it or you're fucking with me. Which one is it? There's layers, man. But when
No, I
I
never
watch
thought
somebody
about this
laughing
before.
at the same spot, I see people I feel like I know, but like you see people saying some stuff like blah, 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 blah. Sorry. And it's like, oh, they can't contain themselves. Bruh.
I do things where it makes it look like I thought of it at that moment.
I'm okay with that.
You are?
I'm okay
But
with
there's
that.
a little laugh at the end.
I'd have to see it.
What else you got?
What else? I think I told you this, but that's something I feel like you would do. I oftentimes open up my set with what else?
I've done that.
That same joke, really? I've also opened the set with, I'll leave you guys with this. You do that one?
Yeah. I've done everything, man. Let me leave you guys with this. I like long goodbyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I do that you have done something like that. And I don't meet many people that way.
There was a point where I was doing stand-up after a couple of years and I saw somebody do something I was doing. I go, oh my, he took my material. He took it. He stole it. Now I realize that people come up with the same stuff. You know,
yeah.
They come up and
There's 12
I'll
jokes.
see somebody do a whole bit that I did on a special like a year ago. And I'll go, good for him. I hope that works as well as it did for me. Mine's already done on a special, you know. I've stopped doing it. But my thing is, and I'm still looking for it. I'm still, you know, I'm always evolving as a stand-up as you are. But I'm looking for that special something that's just not where you'd find somebody else doing maybe that same kind of a hunk, you know.
Like my act.
No, I've seen a lot of people do your
No. No, dude.
Well, you're still, it's more of the attitude, but the material can be the same. Look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, you think that
As a seasoned comic, as someone who's old enough to be your father, I'm trying to help you. I don't want you to end up on the street.
So what do you advise I do? Bring the microphone a little closer to you, would you? Also, you know what? I wanted a monitor. I'm going to check the focus. I think you leaned back a little.
I love how much he loves this. I know he wears on you, but I'm only here for a little bit. It's like visiting a grandchild. You know, I don't have to stay with him. I am taking this dog with me.
There's not a chance.
Oh, there is a chance.
There isn't. Even as a joke, I will not subscribe to that. He is truly my best friend.
No, I'm not joking. I'm serious.
No.
How old is this dog? Alvin? Is it Alvin?
Alvin, yeah.
How old is Alvin?
He'll be 3 this year.
What day?
He'll be 3 this year.
I got to a point where I thought, enough with the birthdays already. Why do I need numbers? I'm done with the numbers. You know, an age is only a number, but you know what? Eventually your number will be up. Write that down. I got a from the
I value a real laugh. Why water it down with the fake ones?
You know the difference between a real one and a courtesy
And I think
laugh.
the audience does too, at least subconsciously. And I think it discredits their truth. This person doesn't really think that's funny. What else are they lying about?
I'm the emoji guy. If I'm with my family and I say something I think is funny, I'll give it a little laugh after.
I won't even
just
say
to let them
LOL
know that I meant that to be funny.
Unless I laugh out loud.
I can see the laughter in your eyes a lot of times, a little smirk. More of a snide smirk. Snarky.
You know how
snarky.
much I love you though, so you don't mean that.
I know. I don't mean it.
I
feel for you. I really do.
I'm okay with it.
I do feel for you. I see how much you love this business. I see how much
This business
you love
or joking
interacting with people
Yeah.
and getting a little a kick from people by your silliness.
Mm-hmm.
And I approve that. I enjoy it. I don't like how you take the big bottle of the best water for yourself and let
I
me have
offered
to
you
bring
one.
in my own. Been in the car for like 3 weeks, hot and cold.
Which is the name of your next special.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
I continuously will hear lines and I'll think, that's a good name for a special or a song. And then one time I sat down, I thought, this is a good name for a song. I'm going to sit down and write it. Turns out it was just the title that was good.
What was the title?
It could have been anything. That's it. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of his bits. One of his bits.
Oh, here it is.
Hi.
Really right there.
I just want to order a Starbucks. Yeah.
Now this is a good title.
That is actually a good title. A book on caricatures. I exaggerate my brushes with fame. That is probably the
My
best
brushes
title.
with fame. Now I know what you're thinking. When you say brushes with fame, what do you mean? He's literally brushing fame.
With a paintbrush, and that's famous. And I exaggerate.
For those of you
because
that
it's caricatures.
do not know this, he's legitimately an unbelievable artist. Look at this, dude. Kramer from Seinfeld. This is incredible, dude.
Let me see. Yes, he's good. That's a frog.
It's Christopher Walken. Come on, dude. Lorne Michaels, who you probably know personally.
That's not the finished one, though. That's the leading up to it.
Yeah, it looks like it's showing a whole bunch of leading up to it.
You have to turn the next page.
There he is, Lorne Michaels.
And even that, yeah, that's a better Lorne Michaels.
Have you painted anybody, and I know you've given them to them, or at least shown them. Who is the person, have you shown this to Steve Martin?
Yeah, he's seen it.
Are you friends with him, or is he friends?
Huh?
Wow.
In fact, he's waiting for me out in the car right now.
Is there anybody that you've showed it to, given it to, etc., and their reaction like made you feel something so positive, like, wow, I can't believe that?
I've had people that have seen the book. They may not have been in it, but I had a doctor once call me from home, as from his office. I have someone in my office now who is crazy about your book.
Are they not crazy about HIPAA?
She is she gave him permission.
Okay.
She is an Oscar winner. She is blah, blah, blah. And then she got on the phone and she loved the book. She loved the book. And I have other people that didn't like it.
Well, who was the woman, the Oscar winner?
I can't tell you HIPAA laws.
Got it.
You know, she can call me, talk to me, but I can't tell you.
Okay.
But she was in the apartment.
Whoa.
Do you know who it is?
Jack Lemmon.
I've had a lot of people that really, they discovered it's all like, and nobody knew that I could do this. And I never thought that much about it because, you know, I've been doing it all my life. Not like that, but just quick, simple, you know, caricatures and doodles. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm at a point now where I think more people appreciate me for the art than they do for
comedy,
for my stand-up, my comedy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking,
you laugh too much.
Yeah, I laugh at my jokes. Here's the thing that you could fall into. The problem with stand-up is trying to make your audience happy. Go to them. Trying to go to them instead of letting them come to you. Does that make sense?
Couldn't agree more.
Somebody
feel that
said,
way in life as well.
Maybe it was Mel Brooks that said it. He goes, do your stand-up, let it ripple out to them as long as it takes. You know, let it, your comedy. And I thought that makes sense because a lot of times, I looked at some early tapes of myself or audio tapes, and I was much more relaxed. You know, I wasn't pushing it so hard to sell it to the audience.
Than you are now?
And now I'm like, I got to have some energy, man. I got to get to them, you know? And I see someone like Tig Notaro who does so well. And I think that's what you should stay with, you know?
Did you know that Tig is the only word that get spells backwards?
Get?
It's Kevin Nealon. He was going to maybe come over at the end and do a stand-up set for us.
Oh, I love Kevin Nealon. I've always loved Kevin Nealon, and I love his stand-up. But my favorite stand-up of Kevin Nealon is in a living room.
I've never even seen it.
It's great.
What have you seen him do?
Oh, I've seen a bunch of his. You haven't seen any of his living room stuff?
I've seen him in a living room.
Yeah.
But not performing like a set.
No, his stand-up in the living room stuff is great. It's like Tig level classic.
Tig is the girl whose name is the only word that get spells backwards, right?
Yes.
Get it?
How about we just switch to the exit? And then we switch to my car. Exit.
It's a Steve Martin in the car with you. What a fun tag that would be. Could you ask if we could film that just as a quick
He's
pickup?
in the car now. I told you that.
Have you ever done a bit that was relatively elaborate but very small stakes? Example, could we really quick get Steve Martin to do in the car? You know, like you had to ask somebody to do something that would only take a second of their time. But it's like, have you ever had to do that? Like call in a favor for something that's...
Yeah.
Could you give me an example?
I just called in a favor to Conan.
What was that?
And Conan never says no. So I'm really selective on the things I ask him. Well, I'm doing a spot at the Comedy Store tomorrow night, an hour. And I need somebody.
Oh, you're working your hour?
Yeah. So I need some.
I want to go.
It's not my hour.
Oh.
But somebody else's. But no, I'm doing stand-up, for an hour. Just to.
Mm-hmm. Where? Which room?
The main room. And so I needed somebody that can draw. Do you know what I mean? I mean, draw an audience.
Got it.
And Conan was a guy I thought, well, he'd be a good draw. But so I asked him, he's on his way to Morocco.
I literally thought you meant you were going to draw somebody in the audience. You meant to bring people in. What are you saying?
Attract people.
Got it.
Yeah. If I didn't need anybody to attract people, you would be on the bill.
Thank you. So you're saying superficial analytics aside, you want to have me there?
I would have you there. I didn't say I would want you there.
Then why would you have me on the bill?
Somebody's got to take up some time.
Cool. So
and you need the experience.
Amen. Amen. So what's happening?
You know what? I see you your posters and flyers about being on the road and stuff that you put up at the clubs. You look like you're 15 because you're clean shaven. Your hair is all done up. You're not wearing glasses.
Am I not wearing
glasses? Am I right?
There's a picture that I use that was from when I did my show. I was on where I was doing like interviews and stuff because it's holding a microphone. When I did my as we see it, Amazon Prime, and I don't know if I think I have glasses. I'm pretty sure I have glasses in it.
Maybe you do.
Yeah.
I don't like linger on a picture.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about the soft focus right now. I'm just gonna put on automatic. I need monitors.
You need
soft
monitors
focus
every day.
How's that? I mean, it's just the filter. You mean? You don't need to get up. That's fine.
But bring this here.
I can see from here. It's good.
But bring this closer to you. I know. I know.
You like control. I told you that.
Thank you.
I told you that. We went on a hike and you were directing the whole hike.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I understand.
But you would agree. You understand.
I agree that there were certain bits that I was directing, yes.
And those bits didn't come out like you wanted them to, did they?
Because you edited them and you told me
I had
that you
to
would let
edit
me
them
do
and
it.
make them work because your direction was not going through the gate.
I believe that's your experience and I appreciate you
when
telling me.
When you watched that, did you go, wow, Nealon really took something that was nothing and made it into something?
No. No, there were things I thought were missed. There were things I thought were done wrong.
Well, it's my highest rated
great.
hike, so I must have done something right.
I don't think it was.
Take a look at it.
So is Conan coming to the show tomorrow? And how is that a draw?
He's going to Morocco.
Was that?
He's going to Morocco.
But you asked.
So he can't come.
But what'd you ask him to do? How would that be the draw?
Did I ask anybody to do something like
But what would you be asking him to do? Come on stage with you?
Do like 10 minutes up front, and then introduce me, and so that I could, promote it that he's going to be on that list, and then people would come.
Could I pitch you, if you were to do that again, how to get Conan to do it? And can I pitch a way to stage that?
Yeah.
Great. Instead of it being your show, pitch it as Conan is working earlier on his Oscars monologue, and he is going to go, and he does whatever. He wears a tux. He does 8 minutes up top, and then he brings out the first presenter, it's Kevin Nealon, and you present an award for an hour. Before I get into this, there's a couple of things I want to say. You put the envelope down on the podium, and then you do your hour, and then your closer is reading the nominees.
It's not bad.
Thanks.
Do you ever watch the Oscars and when people are giving or presenting, because they're always horrible dialogue for presenters, right?
I think a lot of times somebody wrote it for the presenters. The presenters, unlike me, who don't love control because they're very happy with just other people creating stuff for them, not in their voice. They just say, yeah, I'll just read it.
Do you feel like you'd have to tweak anything no matter what they gave you?
I can't order a sandwich without making modifications.
Where does that come from?
I am aware what makes me happy, and I'm aware of my vision. And not to say that my vision is better than yours, but if I don't trust the other person, then I do have a hard time relinquishing a vision that I have.
When you get a girlfriend,
I won't have a girlfriend who I don't trust.
You can trust her, but will you be able to compromise, which is very important in a relationship, with this girlfriend?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Look at me right in the eyes and tell me you could compromise.
Positive. I feel like similar to having a dog.
But you won't be happy.
Incorrect. When I have somebody that I'm in a relationship with, and there are certain OCD things that they will respect, and then there are some that they're like, "Hey, it's too much," or "I don't want to," and it's almost like, "Thank you. I trust if that's fine, then that should be fine." And it's somebody guiding me. It really helps. Having somebody or people in my life that challenge me have made me a better person.
I'm not making fun of you or trying to be funny, but
thanks,
do you get
man.
therapy?
Yeah.
Don't you think this kind of helps a lot?
What is this?
Like a therapy kind of a session, because you get to talk about whether you can compromise or not, or, so forth and so on.
It's really easy to compromise with somebody who I feel considers my best interests, not prioritizes them, but considers them. So,
Somebody you can trust.
Yes.
And you regret that at all ever?
What do you mean?
How does it make you feel?
Which part?
You're so proud of yourself right now. Because you got me. That was a fake laugh, but still you're proud of yourself.
I'm grateful. My feeling is grateful right now. I have Kevin Nealon in my living room, bombing on the couch. It's awesome.
I'm just amazed that I've never seen a TV as big as this screen.
I say this all the time, but really,
Or is that your laptop?
that's what I say. All the time. Why aren't you wearing any pants? Where are your legs?
Oh, it's camouflage. These are pants.
I just thought I had a bunch of leaves and a big fat cock on my couch.
Hey, come on. That's
was
not the
talking
Rick
about my
I know.
dog.
That's not the Rick I know. I swear to you, this is like the best. I can see where you travel with Alvin. And does he ever pee on the plane?
Only if I'm trying to impress a girl.
How about you? You ever pee on a plane?
Buddy, come on.
When was the last time you peed in a car? Is your car spick and span too?
It's a little racial.
I did see your car. It is clean.
Yeah, my car's clean.
Here's your dynamic. You like to take a word that is
you're feeling defensive.
No.
You're feeling defensive.
I've noticed that that's a big thing with you. Like I said, spick and span. You'll say,
Careful.
that's
You're not supposed to say
that's
span.
racist. But and that's good. That's funny. People like that kind of
Yes, wordplay.
silly wordplay stuff. Yeah.
You like wordplay.
I used to do that a lot, and then I kind of got more evolved more, and
Into what?
Into more
Laughing
of
at
a
your own jokes and
sophisticated,
eating Conan to sell a crowd.
Hey, when you go to a club, what do you think the club has to order more of? Because when I go, the guy goes, you have a sophisticated crowd. We have to order more red wine, and red wine basically and white wine. And when the urban acts go, there's Courvoisier and chicken wings. The guy told me.
Mm-hmm.
When the blue collar people go, it's beer and chicken wings.
Mhm.
Me, it's red wine. What about you, Rick?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Take a break. We'll be right back.
30 seconds. We're coming in through. How's everything feeling? Do you need anything to drink? This is a great show.
This is one of the, I'm telling you, first of all, I'm sorry the band didn't show up. That's the only negative thing.
Yeah.
But other than that.
There's an intimacy, though, to it. We'll come back in a sec. Question for you. Is there anything that you want us to promote in particular?
Yeah, we'll have a special. That's what I'm here is my special.
Okay.
It's what's it called? Loosen the Crotch.
Losing the crotch.
And then I have
You talked
the
about
book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have the hiking show, which you did, Hiking with Kevin on YouTube. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a guest.
I'm the guest.
Here at Rick Glassman. Is it Richard or Rick? Or Dick?
Somebody at camp once made a joke that my last
When
name
you say camp.
was Lissman.
Oh, Lissman.
So they would call me Dick Lissman. So that's funny.
Where was the camp?
West Virginia.
Pretty.
Country
beautiful.
road, take me home.
I didn't know you couldn't sing.
To the place I belong. West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country road. Are you opening your eyelids again? What is that?
when you do harmony,
No, what were you doing in your eyes?
you close the eyes so that you're not being fooled by the lips.
I went down on a woman once who used to do that.
Why do you have to resort to that? You're smarter than that, man. You're much smarter than that. You got more than that. It's just comfortable being with you. I think you genuinely feel like you're enjoying a conversation. You're not looking off to the camera ever. It's just like focused. When you go out with a woman, can you take your phone out of the table and check messages?
What do you mean, could I?
Because when I go out with my guy friends, you could take your phone at any time. No one's going to tell you to put it away. In fact, when you take it out, everybody else takes theirs out too. It's like smoking.
Yeah.
You light up a cigarette. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
So I don't like to keep my phone in my pocket.
Why is that?
Signal, so near my crotch. Just in case. I've always felt that way. And now there's some studies that are saying that is an issue. I don't know if that's the case, but peace of mind.
What about the AirPods?
I've never used them. I've always used wired headphones. Now,
because they're saying now that those wire, you could accidentally strangle yourself.
Listen, man, can't catch your dog without catching a little bit of droves first, but it doesn't stop from running around.
You ever been in Louisiana?
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in the bayou? You're trying to think of something funny with that word, right?
No, I already know a joke for that word. I have a joke for that word.
But your first thing was bayou. How can I make that into a sentence?
Well,
I'd like to buy you a gift.
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
Sure. I was there a couple weeks ago.
Well, still, I feel like that joke still blew by you. The restaurant at the Pirates of the Caribbean is called Blue Bayou.
That would be a good joke, but they were closed when we were there.
Fuck. So I keep my phone on. I often keep my phone on the table, but I keep it face down, and I try never to look at it.
How much time would you spend on the phone a day, you think? Realistically.
I've had days I've had weeks where it averaged close to 8 hours. And then I tried like where it's in the 3 hours, but like in the 3 hours is the lower end.
You could set a timer on your phone, as you know, probably. Because I know you're on a lot, because I could text you whenever I text you. It could be 3 a.m, 1 p.m. You get right back to me.
Yeah, because I have you in my favorites.
Oh, the favorites come up all the time?
Yeah.
No, everybody just comes up at the same time.
I don't really have you as my favorites.
Before my son left for college, I thought, what haven't I taught him that he should know? I thought, I bet he doesn't know how to use a can opener. So I showed him how to use a can opener.
Did he get it?
No. I said, I gave him the can opener and a can. I said, I'm going to come back in 10 minutes now. Just I want to see it open now. So I came back and he's on the, he's got the laptop open, a YouTube tutorial showing him how to open up the canister.
Seriously?
Yeah. And then he goes, I'll get this, Dad. But by the way, before you go on your next gig, let me show you how to tap your credit card when you pay for something and how to turn your flashlight off your cell phone. Touché.
Yeah, people of an older generation often have their flashlights on.
It's like a blinker in the car.
Because they can't hear the...
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever turn on your blinker and listen to the sound and try to have it match up with somebody else's brake lights? It almost never happens. All cars, it's a little bit different timing. You can't get it to match up.
You know what I do is I hear the blinker and I will think of a song that has that same beat to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I also do that sometimes with songs to try to have it match. But could you think of a song? Could I tell you a song and you'll tell me the BPM?
Oh yeah, I know all the BPMs.
Aerosmith, that Aerosmith song that Alicia Silverstone is in the music video.
67 BPMs. No, it's true.
What's the name of the song I'm talking about?
You're talking about Walk
Crazy
This Way
or something?
Walk This Way.
I was trying to forget you. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know.
That's the song. 67, maybe.
I'm sorry. That
pretty
would
low.
be 72. I was thinking Walk This Way.
You think Walk This Way's BPM is less than that Alicia Silverstone
it's
song?
because it's...
Oh, in Forest? Right, as a quad pull. Yeah. So you said something that because you joke and you lie a lot. You said that
I don't think lie is the right word for it, because that's evil intention, and
you joke and you mislead.
I not mislead, because I know where I'm going.
You
see, this is what you do. Very argumentative. But because there's always another way of looking at things.
Absolutely.
And I think you've kind of found that. Would you rather die when everybody knows you and loves you, like at my place in life? Or would you rather live a long life and nobody at your memorial? Maybe some, old.
That's not
I went to a
business.
memorial for an old vaudeville guy, and he used to hang out at the Improv, and he was on a series back in the 50s. His name is Joey Ross. Car 54, where are you? Great guy. We would do stand-up together, like just as a fake, like we were a comedy team, He'd smoke a cigar, and he unfortunately passed away on stage at a little housing community. What was it called over by Warner Brothers? Everybody would stay there when they first came out to L.A.
Yeah, it was just referenced in, and I told you this, but Larry Sanders' Show is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
And I was just showing a friend of mine, and they referenced it.
Oakwood Apartments.
Oakwood.
Anyway, I think he died on stage there. He was doing a little stand-up comedy. But anyway, at his memorial,
Wow.
it was at Forest Lawn in that little church or temple, whatever it is. And his rabbi was up there, and there's rows of people that he knew. Maybe 12 rows in the whole place. And in the very back row were all platinum blonde former strippers. They were like probably in their 80s now. Because coming up, those comics back then were working at strip joints. There was no comedy clubs.
Mm.
So they all knew him from there.
I guess I think I get what you're saying.
I don't need you to get it because I presented it to you. I gave it to you.
But there's a lesson there.
No, it's just an observation. I think it's just like, we're talking about outliving the people that love you.
And there was nobody left that loved him because he lived past
No,
them.
there was.
Other than the strippers.
Because he died a little bit too early. If you let yourself go too long in life, something bad is going to happen to you. Does that make sense? Like if you live too long.
Like Vampire in Brooklyn. Because Eddie Murphy's character lived a really long time and then something bad happened.
Well, that was more supernatural. But I'm talking about a regular life. Let's say, well, I don't want to use you as an example, but let's say that someone like Chris Farley, for example, he passed away. People were really affected by it. A lot of people at his memorial service.
Mm-hmm.
But if he had lived to be like incredibly, like 97 and had been kind of cold for a while, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't doing well.
To the public of people that didn't really know him, that's kind of not really the point of life.
So nobody would come to his memorial, even as big as he was.
My
Sit with that
grandma
for a
is
while.
95.
She is?
Yeah, my grandma's 95, and she's talked about how just like, people, most of her friends, maybe all of her friends, one of her closest passed not too long ago. And I'm so glad she's, able to still, she has her family, and not as many people like know of her work, the fans. But
Losing interest.
She's still
Losing
very
interest.
loved. She's very loved.
Yeah, I get it. She's loved by her family.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Are you performing to make strangers laugh so you feel valuable enough to be worthy of your family? No. I mean, I don't know. But that's not the goal for me.
I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
I like laughter that I've caused. Isn't it funny how you could you could control an entire room of 300 people or whatever it is, all make them have that emotion where they make the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, 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 and they all look at each other. You did that. You got that out of them. And how many people do you think are passing gas at the same time? How have you created that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, our time's up. But Rick, can I schedule in for next week at 2:00 on Tuesday, same as always?
I would do this with you all the time.
Oh, man, it's the best, isn't it?
I love making people laugh. I also love laughing. And if I am in a situation where I'm laughing a lot and that feeling happens and I'm not the one causing the laughs, it's still wonderful. So like, I do sometimes feel like if we're in a situation where people aren't laughing and maybe they don't need to be, that's where like self-awareness comes in. But like, there's a lot of times it's like, hey, listen, nobody has money, I guess. I'll buy dinner. But they're like, we're not hungry and I'm just ordering food. Like, I will try and get laughs because there aren't enough right now. So like, when I'm on stage, I'm the one who's supposed to be in charge of making people laugh. So I do take that as my responsibility. But when I'm in the group of friends, when I'm just with you, and like, if you're in a pocket and you're going and I get to just laugh, there is a very similar feeling to as if I'm the one getting the laugh. Does that make sense? I still feel like even if I'm not, I still feel part of it.
Nothing makes me more fulfilled. I won't say nothing, but I really enjoy somebody laughing out uncontrollably and they just can't get it together. Not on a TV show, but just in real life. You know, when something just tickled them and they just cannot stop laughing. It's just so happy to see somebody just because that's a euphoria right there. When you're laughing that hard, it's just like, it's better than any drug.
Sure. I understand that. You're giving somebody an orgasm.
It's a funny bone orgasm, I guess.
You've done this. You're tapped in for Conan, which is really cool because he's like one of the kings to me.
Really?
And the way you make him laugh is like, I'm like, wow, that's got to feel good. You know, at least if the roles were reversed, I don't know if you look at him that way because he's a peer of yours.
Right.
But man,
when you go out to dinner with somebody, how do you fake go for your credit card? Because I know you don't pick up the check. Yeah.
I pay for the first 3, and if they don't offer to pay for the third one, I just clock it. And on the fourth one, before we go, I say, I'd like you to buy me dinner this time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then
she breaks up with you.
Maybe. It's not about money. It could be us we're going to get teas. But if I go for 4 times, and it's an arbitrary number, but like until I feel it, around 4, where every single time I'm pulling out my credit card and I'm paying and they don't even offer, I get turned off.
The first couple of times you feel good because you like to pay and it makes you feel more comfortable not waiting to see who's going to pay. You want to do it before there's any of that uncomfortableness seeps in. What I would do if I really wanted to pay and there's no awkwardness at the table where you're fighting.
Give the credit card to the waiter.
Give the credit card as soon as you come in. And
trust that waiter isn't going to write down the numbers.
Put a 35% tip on there and then enjoy your dinner.
Great.
I hope you learned something from me today.
Yeah.
Because this is really invaluable stuff because I've lived a long time.
Now, invaluable instead of valuable, because I really don't understand the difference there. You said it's invaluable, which is also a word. What does that mean?
It means there's no value to it. It's priceless.
Those two things are mutually exclusive. Yet synonymous. Isn't that interesting? This has no value. Oh, throw it away. No. It's priceless. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I hope you've learned something today.
How do people contribute to a auction, something that's priceless? I mean,
priceless doesn't mean it has no value. It means there is no price defined. That's, I think, an easier way of looking at it. Because in the collectibles market, a lot of times, like a BGS 9.5 quad Alpha Black Lotus, what is that worth? Well, it's the best way to figure that out is what was the last price this card legitimately sold at, and it's just that's it. So I'd say that's got to be close to $1 million. But somebody who doesn't know anything about Magic cards will be like, "What is a piece of cardboard?" It's just, who gives a shit? And that's not rhetorical. Who gives a shit has been put out. Who gives a shit? Who?
Do you know how the finger thing came about? Giving the finger?
Yes. People in the olden days used to cut off people's fingers when the archers, and they were saying they could still pluck you. Pluck you.
No, it's all right except for the pluck thing.
Well,
The French were at war with England, and the French said that they were going to cut off all the English people's middle fingers so they cannot shoot the arrows anymore. And the war, England won the war, and France had to renege on that. So the British were showing them, I still have my finger.
oh, I still thought pluck you.
Pluck is more of a banjo thing.
Steve
There
Martin.
was, that was West Virginia. When they went to war, they had banjos, Appalachia.
Wow.
And they said that we could still pluck.
Why did John Denver, who had never been to West Virginia, write that song?
Well, the Eagles. I've been to Phoenix, Arizona, all the way. They've never been to Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's
Because
just
I have
right.
heard
It's
that
just
John
a
Denver
song.
thing's true.
Just a song. The same with what's that song? Oh, say, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
The Donsley Lights. The Donsley Lights. That's the name of the song.
What's the song with the Donsley Lights?
Do you ever think that if you, what if you,
Come on,
do you
there's
ever
some flags
think
in the air.
Oh, and on the Rockets, Red Glare. That's the name of the song.
One of the funniest scenes in a movie to me that I'll watch whenever I see it or even put it on is Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun, when he is pretending to be, what's his name, the opera singer, and the umpire at the baseball game, and he has to sing that song.
Yeah.
Please welcome internationally renowned opera star Enrico Palazzo.
Bartolucci, something like that. If you had to sing, is it the national anthem?
Yeah, I would love to.
Before the game?
I would love to.
Do you think you could do that? And do you think, what percentage of a chance do you think there is that you would forget the lyrics?
If I had to sing it now without researching?
Yeah.
100%.
You would forget something.
I already don't know it all.
Do you know the first line?
Oh, say, can you see?
Yeah, but you got to stretch that out a little bit.
Oh, say, can you? Oh, say, can you see?
By the dawn. I'm harmonizing. The lights. What's so bright. I can harmonize like anybody with any song, even with talking.
Even
like
out of key.
Let's say this. I want you to say, Kevin, you're a good guy, and I'm gonna harmonize with you. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Kevin, you're a good guy. See what I'm saying? I can do it with laughing too.
Close your eyes.
Good, cough. Just cough.
The problem is, I speak to suburban kids.
Yeah.
Who otherwise, honestly, I truly believe would never know these words exist. They wouldn't even give 2 squirts of piss until I created so much motherfucking turbulence. When I'm paying for somebody, it's because I want to treat them. Once it gets to the 4th date, it now feels a bit like an obligation.
With a girl?
What's that?
With the same girl, the 4th date? You want her to pay?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a girlfriend now?
No.
There
And
you
let me
go.
tell you something. When I'm in a relationship, or even if I'm dating somebody for a bit, I will pay for almost all of it. It's not about the money. It's about me feeling like they're expecting me to take care of them before that's an agreed upon dynamic, right? So like, we go to dinner, I'm paying. We'll go on a trip, I'm paying. And then it's like, hey, get me dessert. Do something. I feel that way in any relationship, by the way. I think that relationships, they're not supposed to be transactional, but we'd be lying to ourselves and the other person if we didn't acknowledge that there needs to be a mutual exchange in value, right?
And you say it's four dinners.
It could be 5.
Because I know somebody who will say, they'll have dinner and they'll say, okay, so you had that. You can Venmo me if you like. I mean, I would never go out on another date with that guy.
I appreciate that. And also, I think there's something to acknowledge here that everybody is in a different financial situation, right? So if there's somebody who is struggling more with money but wants to take somebody out, I would say take somebody out to someplace that isn't very expensive and pay for the whole thing, right? And if you're making a lot more money than your friend, you'll probably treat more often. But at a certain point, you might be like, hey, buddy, like you could get the coffees. Otherwise, I'm like your dad.
I like to go to dinner with a very wealthy person and I pick up the check.
But you're at a certain level that even if they're a multi-billionaire, you're still wealthy enough to that check isn't going to make a dent.
so wealthy. I went by $10 on the sidewalk the other day.
And you left
I
it.
thought, I don't need it. Where would I put it? Where would I put it? I have no place to put it.
Is that because you're so wealthy or is that because your back hurts?
A little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of both. But what was I going to say? That's a good conversation. When you're in a room full of psychics and you forget something. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you're right. So I remember Sarah Silverman told me something. She said, when you go out to eat with somebody and there's a fight pick up the check and you really want to pick it up, you shut it all down by saying, let me pay, I'm rich.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay.
It takes the pressure off the other people.
Guilt and oh, you got them. Okay. If you want me to do it, okay, I'll help you spend your money.
Do you ever go out with somebody and you're paying all the time and then you end up developing a little bit of a resentment that they don't even know about because you never even said anything to them?
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about is that truth. Whether you think that's tacky or not, I out of respect to the other person, I do not want to create a story without their input. Let me acknowledge the feeling I have. They could then say, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Or they could say, hey, I'm struggling for cash. They could say, hey, you're right, that makes sense. Maybe I could, and they could do something that doesn't involve money. Maybe they like, hey, could I help you with, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But like take.
I'm a little more passive aggressive when it comes to like the bill coming. Like I will, when I know they're about to bring the bill, I'll excuse myself to go to the bathroom.
And see what happens when you get back.
I'll wait like maybe 10 minutes and then I come back and should be taken care of by that.
I don't believe you.
I do that sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm talking about then.
That's what I do.
Can I tell you a story about a date that I went on with a girl?
Yeah.
Where I kept paying. We took a trip someplace. I paid, didn't ask anything. Flights, hotels, meals.
Did you invite her?
Yes.
Okay, then that's your responsibility.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Before the trip, I'm paying. On the trip, didn't think anything of it, paying. And
did you like her a lot?
I was enjoying her company. We were getting to know each other. So yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you paid for her. She was kind of like a hooker.
No.
Okay.
No, we actually hadn't had sex yet.
How much money would you want to spend to actually have sex with her? How many trips?
So I noticed on the last few things that I did, she never said thank you. And it bothered me.
Oh.
Also, she is Italian. Okay? Like Italian, not just her parents are Italian. She lives in Italy.
She did. She spoke Italian?
First language.
Oh, I'd pay anything for that.
So I honestly looked up, I don't know how to say much in Italian, but I know how to say thank you in Italian. So I know the word exists, but I Googled, is it not customary in Italian for when people are paying a meal? And they said, no, it is customary that they say it. And we got a meal and the check came and I left it there for a little, kept eating, didn't do anything, see if she'd do anything. And then when I was like, okay, we have to pay, I said to her, a little passive aggressive and playful, I said, would you like me to get it? And she laughed and she goes, yeah. I go, my pleasure. And I got it. She didn't say thank you. And now we went from being playful to now I'm really feeling resentful. And right away, I said to her, I got to tell you something. I looked up if it's not customary for people in Italy to say thank you after a meal is bought. And she laughed. She goes, no, you didn't. I said, yes, and they do. And she goes, I'm supposed to say thank you after everything you get? I said, I don't know what you're supposed to do, but you haven't said thank you. And I would like if you were to say thank you. So she said, okay, thank you. And I said, I'll tell you something else.
Oh boy.
I'm not going to sleep with you until you pay for something.
Oh, that'll fix her wagon.
She bought some treats. We went to a place where they had coffee. I didn't have any coffee. I didn't even want anything. She wanted a cookie. I said, no, she maybe for later. She bought me a cookie.
Why aren't you guys still together?
She lives in Italy. She's a doctor too.
She is?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor?
Dermatologist.
You could use that.
In my act? That
I
story?
said to a dermatologist once, I said, when you go to a party or something, and you see something on somebody's face that looks suspicious, do you ever say anything? They said, yeah, I'll mention it if it looks really, suspicious.
Do you go to a dermatologist consistently? Because based
Yeah,
on your
I do.
MG, have they ever given you
I
a
do, like,
diagnosis
every
of having
6
thin
months.
skin?
I had a dermatologist once that I don't know if he was nuts or what, but he would like burn off a lot of stuff on me over the years. And then it came to a point where he would look at stuff and go, let's do a biopsy on that. Because if it's not now, it could be one day. And they take a big chunk of meat out of it and then stitch it up. And then it would come back like, 0.2 or whatever. He goes, yeah, we got that one. And, because that would have developed into
So you think he's
melanoma.
lying, like saying your car is broken when
I
it's
don't
not?
know. I don't know. But after like 2 or 3 of those, I changed derms.
And does new derm, do they ever biopsy and burn stuff off?
Oh, they burn stuff off all the time, or laser.
Yeah.
But I've never had any. I did have a biopsy once. Yeah, it was just a little thing. In fact, it's grown back. It's like a little. You could take a look at it later.
I was at the derm yesterday.
What derm?
Otologist?
I like saying dermatologist.
Yeah. I went to the dermatologist yesterday. And I recommend that everybody go just to get checked once a year. And I asked him, I said, I have a lot of friends that aren't insured and they don't go. It can't be that expensive. Maybe it's less, maybe this is expensive to you. I'm sure there's different prices, but your first visit is $175 and then every visit after is $100. Once a year.
That's little. But what about if they do stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure if they do stuff, but the point is, why would I go if I don't need anything done? Well, if you don't need anything done, that's great, peace of mind. If they do need something done, then you can make that decision then, but you'll want to have something done. So just the checkup. Are you insured?
No.
Do you go to a dermatologist?
No, I'm not insured.
May I recommend that you go to the dermatologist once a year? And I'll tell you what, I can't get you health care. I don't make that kind of money, but I will pay for your dermatologist appointment.
Okay, thank you.
We'll make an appointment.
How about any
You're a
other
fair-skinned man.
I am.
What other appointments would you like to have?
Probably all of them.
Colonoscopy? Have you ever get a colonoscopy? No, you're too young for that.
This is a great time to mention Function Health, by the way. $365 a year. You just get you get a lot of blood, 160 panels of blood panels. When I go to the doctor, you get checked. A lot of times they're like, all right, we'll check for this. We don't check this. Check it. You're taking my blood. I don't get that. What do you think?
I agree, man. If you're going to be there, have them check it all. I had a physical last month or so, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape for my age, you know? And I'm laying on the table.
You look fantastic. Are you 72?
Yeah. So I'm laying on the table, and the doctor's doing something with a clipboard in it. I go, seriously, doc, compared to other 72-year-olds, how do I stand? Because I always feel like pretty good. And there's a long pause. And I go, oh, it looks like he left the room. It seems like he left the room. He was right there.
You said that out loud or you thought it?
Yeah, no, I thought it. But there was a long pause. And I did think he left the room, but he was still there, kind of like trying to figure out how to say to me that, I had a lot of like joint replacements and stuff and an ablation and
what is an ablation? Isn't
bicep muscles.
Is that somebody who loves fire who had sex with like a Chinese person?
No, that's racist right there.
Ablation. Blasian, Asian.
You're Asian?
They say
Ablation is also a real term.
ablation.
It is, yeah.
Black and Asian.
That's Blasian. I'm saying Blasian.
So anyway, if you want to get back to the real story, it's when you have AFib, when your heart is out of sync. It's and it's irregular heartbeats, and it could speed up first. It speeds up like really fast, and then it's by itself it's not fatal, but if you let it go, you can get a stroke.
So what do you do? What's the opposite of letting it go?
Was get it back into regular sinus, they call it.
And how do you do that?
Either through medication, and blood thinners. You stay on blood thinners for a while and other stuff, or you can get an ablation. And when I had it first, it was in Mexico. I was with my new girlfriend, who's my wife now, And I got it. And I was like trying to show her how, active I was and, in good shape. I'm, swimming in the pool. I'm golfing, taking short naps.
Instead of long naps?
Yeah. And I jumped in the pool one day and my heart just started going a million miles an hour. It's like an electrical current. So anyway, long story short, I go to my doctor back in LA and he told me what it was. And he goes, you know what? We'll put you on these meds and keep track of it. And, it's going to start happening more and more over a period of time. And a lot of people listening today, they have it. Some of them don't even know they have it because it's very faint. But if you feel your pulse and if it's irregular, you got to go have that checked out because you can get a stroke. So anyway, after a while, it just was getting it a lot. I'd always be feeling my pulse, and it was really distracting and it really worried me. So I went and I got an ablation where they go up through your thigh, that artery,
something, right?
Through here, and they burn it. Yeah, it's like a soldering iron.
Blaze.
They corral it. They corral it, like in that area, that electrical current area. They little dots, like in a circle, so it scars, so it can't get out of there.
What is it not getting out of there?
The electrical current.
Wild. You see cardiologists every year?
No, 6 months.
Every 6 months.
I see a lot of people every 6 months. I think I've seen you every 6 months so far.
More than.
But I really enjoyed our talk today.
I did too. I meant it. When I'm around you, I could get emotional telling it. When I'm around you, it feels special. I'm being 100% sincere. It feels special. I don't know if you see me. I feel seen around you, even when you're saying mean things. Like the fact that you're even saying, I just think you're so funny. And and also seeing somebody who's on my frequency, who I think is so funny and such a pleasure to be around, makes me feel good about myself because I'm like, oh, maybe other people might see me the way I see you. So I would love to have you on. I told you this before. I'm being very genuine that like when I have other people on, I want you to be like here too. I want to do episodes with you. I just know that like you have a lot of short naps to take. I don't know how often you want to come over here.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you be okay if I was the co-host and I was getting some laughs?
Buddy, it makes the product better.
It does.
Of course.
And I'm glad you know that. Would you be okay if I got all the laughs?
You getting all the laughs has nothing to do with you, because if you're getting all the laughs, that means I'm not creating an environment for laughs. So you're picking up, now your back's really going to hurt because you're carrying it. So
I don't see that as carrying it because that's work. I don't consider it work.
I'm saying for me, it's like, oh, I'm unable to lift this.
So your back is killing you.
No. What I'm saying is, well, that's great. Then pick up a $10 bill. But what I'm saying is, when I've said this recently, I love acting, not just because of acting, but because when you're acting, it's a team. You're working with a production of people. And I love working with other people, and it really feels like a team sport. And when you score, our score goes up.
Yeah.
I have an ego. I have things that I have insecurities, but like when it comes to like comparing myself to other people or other people's successes or people getting laughs, I want that. I want that. So if you got laughs, it only makes this product better.
Well, then let's do it.
Do you want to be my could we find a way where you do it for a full month of episodes? Whether we record 4 in a week or 4 in a month, but like, hey, these 4, you got to come and be my co-host so you can have like a TYSO residency?
I think that's a lot.
Okay. Then what if we did 4 and we just did the first of every month for the next, or 3. Oh, this summer, every month, June, July, and August, we have a special co-host, Kevin Nealon.
Let me think about that. That
3
sounds like it might be
over 3 months.
That might be a lot too, but let me think about that.
By a lot, do you mean for the audience or for you to commit to?
I think for me, if I can be,
times?
may I be honest with you?
No.
I would love to do that with you. I just don't know what the repercussions would be. Seriously. I don't know if people would say, why are you, letting him strap himself onto your back?
To you or to me?
To you.
So you'd be worried.
No, to me.
So you'd be worried that people are thinking that you're just using me.
No, you're using me.
Then I'm using you. Well, let me pay for something. Thank you for speaking up and not getting resentful.
Finally, you're going to pay for something.
Yeah.
Thank you. Grazie.
Grazia.
Grazie.
Grazia.
Grazie is female. Grazie is a guy.
Grazio is guy. Kevin, before you go, can I ask you to sketch me?
It's got to be quick though. And it's not going to be like in the book because I don't have time or the colors or the paint. Okay, you got it? Move the microphone, please. Thank you. Is that what you want to wear?
Mm-hmm. Tell me when you want me to smile.
All right, here we go. You ready? It's going to be a quick one.
Your face is coming up like how when I'm swimming and I'm trying to swim like a swimmer. You can show it to the camera first. It's giving us a lot of options. There's so many possibilities of what this could be. JonMichael, I think it might be best to stay on him the entire time, except for switching to McCone's camera, but we don't really need mine. The monkey. I want to remind you that you said you wanted to be someplace.
I do.
In the next 22 minutes.
I do have to get out of here. That's why I'm rushing through this.
Are you going to leave me with this?
It's not going to look that good. I'm not going to show it to you because it's really not.
Doing a lot up there, man. I don't want to spoil it, but I have an idea of what it's going to be.
Okay.
This is it's not good. I can't show this to you.
Sometimes when you scratch an itch, it feels so good that you're almost grateful for the itch. So, yeah.
Not happy with this, but you know what? It's my work of art, so.
That's great.
That's awesome. Will you sign it?
I did. All right, guys. I got to get out of here.
Wait, I got to get a Polaroid
with you.
Oh. Theme music.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue.